Hey guys, Trent here. A little bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning, getting ready for day 2 of Kumite in Tennessee. Just wanted to stop and give some initial reactions, thoughts, and let you know why there hasn't been more video footage. The reception inside the convention center is absolutely awful. So if you're trying to upload any large media or do anything besides like send a text or maybe make a call, our buddy Mooski was making some calls successfully. You're not going to be able to do that. It's going to spin and spin and spin. So I think what I'm going to do is just take lots of footage throughout the day and then dump it towards the end of the day as I get home. I do want comments below about, you saw my video about the arcade game lineup they have on site. If there's anything you'd like me to play and review and give feedback of, whatever, let me know in the comments. I'll be checking throughout the day to see if there's any requests to play anything. As far as thoughts on Kumite in Tennessee, this is my first major, so I'm trying not to be a little starstruck about it. I'm not really. As an old arcade guy who remembers arcades back in the days, this kind of reminds me of the arcade environment, and 16-Bit Bump, who was with us, agreed with this, that it's very similar to the arcade. It's just a lot cheaper. Like, you don't have to pay for every game. And then, of course, there's the addition of console games. Maybe today I'll try to show some of the console offerings they have going on. But it does remind me a lot of the arcade days, and just, that kind of attitude of walk up and challenge somebody, and, people, you just kind of learn people's skill levels and you learn new tech. Definitely took more L's than W's yesterday playing casuals, but that's fine. I learned a lot of new Kunimitsu tech. I played against a very excellent Kuni player. Unfortunately, I didn't get his name or where he's from, but did learn a lot of new interesting strats I'm looking forward to applying in my own game. And so that was part of the reason I came. As far as seeing people, I would say that probably right now the favorite, I think, is Cuddlecore. I think she's probably the favorite to win it all. Just of the people I've seen, somebody could surprise me. One of our buddies, Mooski, is playing in a bracket with her, so good luck to him. It's kind of funny being my first major, coming here and seeing these people that you see online all the time, and you hear people talk about them and they give commentary about their matches, and then you just walk in and they're sitting right there. It's kind of interesting because these people, I don't think, consider themselves celebrities at all. Hollywood celebrities are kind of weird, they're kind of strange. But these people, even though we see them on Twitch and we see them on YouTube and we watch their tutorial videos, and you go meet them in person and they're just normal everyday people, which is kind of really cool. It's a very nice difference between like if you met Matt Damon or somebody. I think it's a very nice distinction. But of course, gamer culture is kind of weird like that. Like when I interviewed Alex Easley and Sam Radetsky from Survival Arts, we thought of them as some sort of like really cool, like Titan type figure, but they're just normal guys who happen to be in a video game. And these people are just normal guys that happen to be good at Tekken and other fighting games. But one thing that was very interesting to me was you get to see a difference in strategies that you don't really see online, and people's personality really carries over into their gameplay somewhat. So a lot of people know Pokechop for his very loud and abrasive personality while he's playing a match. It's just, I think it's part of his strategy, it's part of his persona as a player. And I think that's one thing we have sorely missed with the online-only environment because of COVID, is player personalities and the way that personality projects onto the character they play. And so you can kind of see that weird synergy between the player and the character. I saw several people using the Pokechop strategy yesterday. You don't get that online. Online it's just, oh, this guy, he likes to do down forward 1 into down 3, or he likes to do this into this. You don't see those players that, like, there was one guy who had mastered Pokechop's strategy, in my opinion, just constantly berating his opponent during the match. Some of it friendly, some of it not so friendly, but it was definitely a strategy to get in the guy's head, and from what I could see, it was working. He was winning. It was super abrasive, but I mean, it's a viable strategy. I mean, it's just things that we have lost in the COVID environment. I mean, you can have more active strategies, like, trying to talk your way into your opponent's head. And then there's more passive strategies, which people used to do in the arcade days. Like, for example, he pressed 3 buttons, so that means the extension's probably coming out, listening to button presses and that sort of thing. It was really interesting. It was really neat to see that again, and it's something that you definitely don't get in an online environment. So if you get a chance to go to a major and your health is not a concern, for example, you've been vaccinated, you're not worried about the potential for catching COVID or anything, I would definitely recommend you go to one, even if you're not planning to win, even if you're not competing. I would go to one. Go to a major. It's especially if you miss the arcade days. There'll be plenty of other stuff to do besides play whatever your chosen fighting game is, but go check it out. I plan to make like a first time major goers guide type video once I get back and in my home office and all that stuff. So be looking forward to that. There'll be some more updates throughout the day. My pool starts at 4, so I should be out by 4:30, be out of the tournament by then, and able to give more updates on the location, the venue, how it's going. If there's any Tekken news announced, which I really don't think there will be, of course we'll cover that. And I'll be able to take a look at the pinball machines and any arcade games you guys would like to see played. But anyway, thanks for keeping it tuned here and checking things out. If I do make it on stream, don't laugh too hard at me. But anyway, you guys take care, and we'll give you some more updates soon.